Hello there, Kyle Katarn here, coming back with some more Star Wars The Old Republic lore reactions. I'm watching the Journals of Master Gnost-Dural, and this is episode 4, The Empire Changes Strategy. Sure, they're going to have to respond to this new Mandalorian element, which has bolstered their ranks a little bit, throwing the Republic off kilter, giving the Empire time to, kind of rethink their approach here. Frustrated by a series of Republic military victories, the Empire began exploring alternative strategies in its drive to conquer the galaxy. Despite the tantalizing offers of Imperial Diplomats, members of the galaxy's notorious underworld refused to swear allegiance to the Sith Empire. Thus, Imperial Intelligence began laying the groundwork to win the underworld's loyalty through other means. Infiltrating the gladiatorial arenas of Geonosis, Imperial agents fixed the fight to cultivate the rise of a new Mandalore, an Imperial puppet who would call forth some of the galaxy's most proud and independent warriors to unknowingly aid the Empire's dark designs. You're telling me that the new school Mandalorians of this time period are basically the Mujahideen? Like the CIA just sort of funded them to help them with a different... Oh my goodness. So the Sith are responsible for this new Mandalore rising. Wow. That's some meddling right there. That's some classic Imperial intelligence. All right. Let's find out the full story here. Star Wars The Old Republic Timeline, Episode 4, The Empire Changes Its Strategy. Let's do it! The Empire Changes Strategy.
The arrival of Imperial allies in the Great War was a devastating blow from which the Republic never fully recovered. This was the second step in the Sith Emperor's master plan.
Sick. Very Bespin vibes.
Recent Republic strategic information reports proved that the rise of the Mandalorians was orchestrated by Imperial Intelligence.
Okay.
We know extremely little about
known.
this shadowy organization, but Imperial Intelligence operatives are clearly just as deadly as their Sith superiors. The galaxy's criminal networks wavered endlessly during the Great War, debating whether to back the Republic or the Empire. Although the Hutt cartels resented the Sith Emperor for not including them in his pre-war conspiracy, Imperial Intelligence somehow blocked the Republic's efforts to win the Hutt's support.
Interesting.
Scattered around the galaxy, Mandalorian mercenaries...
They were probably like
faced
giving them
the same
intel to
choice
put
as
them
the
off the
Hutts.
Republic the whole time.
Some signed
Knowing that they
on
wouldn't
with
join them, they
the
can at least turn them
but
against
most
the other
remained
enemy.
independent. Imperial diplomats made repeated attempts to recruit the galaxy's most infamous bounty hunters, but were turned down every time. The Empire shifted its tactics. Mandalorian mercenaries and bounty hunters often fought as gladiators for money and glory,
That's so sick.
a mark of honor in the Mandalorian culture.
It's crazy what you can do with like some concept
Imperial
art and a little bit of a
agents used
parallax
this to their
effect. Like these
advantage,
visuals are
infiltrating the most prominent
great.
gladiatorial arenas in the galaxy, as
Look at
managers
this
and
guy.
sponsors, and even in some cases as gladiators themselves.
I'm just now realizing that these lore journals are designed to like showcase different classes. Because a lot of this came out before the game probably. So this is all about the Imperial agent and what he does.
But with his new Imperial allies, his rise was
What
accelerated.
is this John Carter of Mars nonsense? I love it.
Rigging arena fights is not unheard of, but Imperial agents brazenly sabotaged the entire system by drugging their champion's competition.
Damn.
None could stand against him. The whispers of Imperial agents became cheers
It's
in the
that
arena.
easy though?
Mandalore. Mandalore.
The Petronaki Arena gladiator fights are like, they've been established for centuries. I'm sure they've got better checks and balances than that. You poison one fighter and the whole thing's
Mandalorians
over?
rallied to their new master.
Damn.
The new Mandalore secretly served masters of his own, however. Imperial agents pulled their puppet strings, and the Mandalorian army blockaded the Hydian Way and challenged the Jedi. Though the blockade was eventually broken, the stage was set for the sacking of Coruscant, and the uneasy truce which now paralyzes the Republic.
So what's the identity of this
The
Mandalore?
Mandalorian-Sith alliance remains intact to this day. That could
Sith
change if
agent
the original
Mandalore.
ruse was brought to light, but the Imperial Intelligence covers its tracks too well.
Right.
Mandalore was slain recently, and his killer, the new Mandalore, has taken his place.
Oh, nice. I met that guy.
Whether or not he's another Imperial puppet...
That's the guy that made me a
remains to be seen,
Mandalorian.
but we must watch him closely.
Yeah, he's the guy that you meet in
Imperial
the class
agent
story.
success in bringing the Mandalorians into the war was the counterplay to the Republic's first string of victories,
Let's go.
the subject of my next report.
The tide has officially turned in the war. That's so devious. That's so cunning and so just like completely on brand for the Imperial Intelligence. To just like, everyone's turning us down. The bounty hunters want nothing to do with us. The underworld won't help us. Like, we need to create our own reinforcements and then distance ourselves from them so they can seem like a third actor. And not only does it take the Republic by surprise, that perhaps it can inspire other factions to follow suit. They're basically pulling the same thing that they try to pull in Outlaws with Zarek Besh, you know, trying to weaken the rebellion and like get information about them. So the Mandalore got slain. The new Mandalore is in charge now. Do we just not know this guy's identity? Like, where did they find him? Was he always an Imperial? Like, what was his price? How much? What did they offer him besides, like, you know, control of the Mandalorian state? Yeah, these are getting better and better, and they're making me want to play more SWTOR, which is never a bad thing. Let's go. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Check out the rest of the channel for more content, reactions, and reviews. Leave me a comment if you have a question or something to say, or if you want to point something out about the Star Wars lore. I've played all of the classes at this point in the Old Republic, but there's still so many things that I'm learning for the first time. Like, man, this game is so deep. It has so many layers. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And as always, may the Force be with you.